Okay, EDG change it up here. They move
mental.
Yeah, they move away from the Sage comp that they showed previously. I do like pulling that one as a gimmick. Now switching over to this comp, which we've seen a team like DRX run. And you know the great synergy between the Yoru, the Waylay on that double dive, and how hard those two agents are to deal with. But Dan, Liquid is the team who just lost to DRX and played them on 2 maps where they were running this comp.
And it's Chichu Astra. It's Chichu Astra. I don't know for Liquid, is that enough experience? I really like this from EDG. I mean, I feel like what we saw from the Waylay from the Euro when DRX were playing it was incredible. Of course, you're kind of pinching into the side when you're going for that execute, and it just works out so well.
The other twist, though, is they're playing no Senti whatsoever. They're running the double bowl smokes comp, which we saw this getting quite popular at the beginning of the year when Abyss was in the pool. I like what it can do with the Astra having global utility to help while keeping line control of the Omen and having tons of smokes on both sides of the map to default utility into mid and help take that space.
Yeah, and the reason I'm getting so excited, of course, is the Chichu Astra is how they beat Heretics at Champs Finals. It's back. We're going to see it again. Do you guys like the fact that they've thrown a spanner into the works? I love it.
It's a good risk. The last gimmick worked. Let's see a new one.
Yeah, I love it, but I'm worried for Liquid. I'm so worried. I thought if it was any team that was going to change comp, it was going to be them. Playing that standard comp again is the one that they've been playing all year. It didn't work last time. To be fair, for both these teams, they didn't win Abyss last time. But I mean, EDG, I'm so excited to see this double duel list.
Yeah, for Team Liquid, their backs are against the wall because Bren and Saito, if they don't win here, they will be the first team to be eliminated at Champs.
It's just unthinkable, really, for a team like Team Liquid with such high expectations for themselves. As an org this entire year, I would argue that they've been playing some of the best Valorant that they ever have all year, right? And to go out here as one of the first teams to exit out of Champs will be a bitter, bitter disappointment. They have to turn it around here and now on Abyss, but they're up against an EDG. They're just unleashed, really. The confidence is sky high. The players are laughing on the stage. They're feeling it. This is their moment. They've been in spots like this before. Not going to let this one slip.
And I love the idea of bringing out a different composition. Team Liquid will have been doing a lot of theory against the Sage comp that EDG ran last time. Of course, they're aware of Yoru Waylay because they just played against it with DRX, but EDG can set the tempo the whole game with this, and they're going to right off rip by going for that walk push again down mid. Pretty common idea.
That gets acknowledgement. Signs of life here, spotted out here with the Cloudburst to go around the side. It's an updraft, a dash here from Camo, looking to exit into just on the one side of the smokes and a flash pop through. It's all elegant, well pieced together here by Team Liquid, but no one to receive it.
The flank trip just broken. What's the response from Liquid? Do they go forwards and flip the map? They haven't planted for it, but that's what they're going to do.
Fight to be taken here. Camo just spots it off to the shoulder here. Nobody's going to be cleaned up regardless. Chichu's the one being put under that squeeze and the pressure, and it has to be the flank players to pop off and really collect a few kills now. Getting a move on, 3 players down, making moves over towards it, the hinder up towards the top, but the crossfire set up. Team Liquid have got this one completely under control. The pistol round goes their way. Sorely needed.
Absolutely. I mean, that was decisive from Liquid. They made the right call there, or at least one of the potential right calls, to flip the map completely and push forwards into spawn, and then had good crossfire and high-low setups ready for the flank. So, actually, playing faster than the Waylay Yoru composition, which I was surprised to see, but exactly what they need to do. And getting off onto the right foot again. I say again, actually. What I should say is, for one of the first times at Champs, because they haven't been winning a lot of these pistols. And of course, we saw them go down 10-0 on map 1. EDG stacking and taking a gamble, but on the wrong side of the map. Yeah, it's going to be very common for EDG to be doing these fast pushes out on defense. It's one of the best ways of playing on Abyss. You don't really want to be playing a lot of the time for a retake unless you've got a big push like this, and that's, he's allowed to die. He's one of the players with Ghost in hand, and he will tell his team, don't worry about that. There is nobody home on the B site. I just got pushed by 17 people.
The orb real quick before the plan goes down, so real min-maxing occurring by EDG, and even walkabouts by Team Liquid in through spawn. It was a TP.
Dangerous.
Tango's here, even a shot landing, but not in the hands of Camo here. Yeah, Rifle gets the better of it. Kiko missing a few shots with the Outlaw. Hard to get value out of ecos when you're playing on Abyss. Long-range sight lines, but...
I mean, we see a lot of teams just throw themselves off the map, don't we?
Exactly, yeah.
Not what EDG look like they're going for currently, but totally could. Doesn't look like they're really trying to contest too much space. But this has got to get the confidence going early here for Liquid. They're not a bad Abyss map, not by any measure. The first time, in fact, that they have ever lost on Abyss was that match that you just saw recently with Team Liquid losing to DRX. Apart from that, they were 5-0. Hadn't played against the best teams in the world on this map, but, you know, some solid wins against some good opponents.
Yeah.
And technically undefeated. Again, up until this tournament where they faced off against DRX, who are one of the best teams in the world and always have been on this map. A really great understanding of how you play this. So normally we'd be looking at a map like this and we'd be saying, oh, what a clash. Two great teams that understand the map really well. But after what you've all just seen on Sunset, I'm concerned to sell you a high-level Valorant match here.
It's leaving the expectations a bit topsy-turvy.
It is.
That's for sure.
And of course, it would be great if Team Liquid rebounded and could make a match out of this. Paddy waiting for the arrow, and the knife catches onto nobody again.
Doesn't have no utility to help him out here. It's going to be that same exit that we saw from prior. TP's across onto either side of things. Nobody's going to try and lock this one and hold it down all the way. Kiko spotted out and does land his shots. Rings true from the rifle. Chitu's able to supplement anyway. Trades it out, evens it out. That Molly though, rebounding. Nade to the corner. Paddy to the shoulder, peeking out. That's a spike drop down into his lap. Trex, quick cleanup, upgrade acquired, and a plan towards the back of the site.
Good recovery and risk taken, and Nats covers Vent.
That's
One body shot.
140.
Well, now both of these players died at one.
One bullet left though, biding their time, waiting it out now on a quick repetition from both of them. Hinder off onto the corner. Gianni finds it onto Trex. Double dash forwards as well, straight into the face. We bring it into the 1v1. Nats versus Smoggy, and damage done to Smoggy! Oh my goodness! It had to be shot from Smoggy. It had to be to deny that bonus conversion, but deny it he does.
Two massive kills. Flick shots as well. Gianni being able to dismiss Trex and Smoggy onto Nats, because otherwise that looked like Liquid's round on the bonus to win. I like the idea of going for the double dive with the Jet and the Omen, but the timing and spacing wasn't quite there. Kiko couldn't trade out camo instantly, so they kind of trickled into the back though. Yeah, Gianni being able to get that kill onto Trex, and as I said, Smoggy's flick kill at the end on Nats, both having to take the fights at a disadvantage, but winning anyway. I mean, look at what it's done to the eco, though. The EDG win the round, and they come into this one with an eco.
Yeah.
With a half-buy. You very rarely see that. But the bonus, devastating.
Very good in terms of the damage done.
The problem is as well that this is going to reset EDG's loss bonus, too. They're going to get the minimum amount of money.
Smoggy didn't know which way to look there. There's a drone coming into his face, dart sailing sky high and over. He was the rifle player, the danger man. Kiko trying to hop up, hold on when he's trying to find himself onto a cheeky angle. Jenny letting loose here, and that Sheriff is singing, still snapping off to the side. Quick 180 is occurring into mid. These kills are being cleaned up.
Paddy Tech needs help. Paddy's alone, trying to get the plant down with no assistance. Doesn't want to take a 1v1 against Kang Kang.
Just for the Sheriff though for Kang Kang. Sees Trex out and just the shoulder takes the fight and the swing.
Clean.
3-1 here for Team Liquid. It's what we needed to see.
Yeah, Team Liquid coming out here to play. Something that Nats has been saying, or the coaches have been talking about. Rallied the troops a little. I should mention that in map 1, I had no idea about how that Yoru tech even worked, about how Camo cancelled his ultimate, but I think the desk are right. You know, signs like that of nerves, you know, missed inputs, brain not quite being on the game. Felt very similar to their match against DRX where they were making massive mistakes, so we'll have to see whether any of that creeps into the game, but at the moment, playing some pretty clean Valorant.
Calm, collected. Tool's going to be primed and ready, waiting for contact by EDG. Cloudburst as well, obfuscates, hides the intent, but a dash forwards as well. Reveals pretty much all of it. Smoggy's forward though, up onto that corner. Has to sidestep and dodge that one. TP into the corner, no way, that's Fury. Not even collecting, and this guy, oh my god, what a menace. Jump rope over towards that with the Hunter's Fury, not even collecting it. TP in this way, and that Kang Kang helping out. It's up to Nats now, last one left, and he knows he's low. Jordy trying to collect it, nobody is finished off.
Well, they'll know that Smoggy is low as well. They can confirm that he has only 5 HP. And Nats with the shorty could possibly finish these two off. Kang Kang's the danger player. They doubled up, but they're not looking.
Taking a peek, no way, the heads are turned! entirely the wrong way.
They were so convinced the Nats was coming from mid, and they're just wide out in the open to the spawn flank. That is a major mistake from EDG, not considering that he could have taken that pathing. Maybe just thinking about him going and getting the spike instead, which was abandoned in B main. Oh.
Get up, let's go, get up, get up!
What an error, and that's knocked EDG's eco down again. And you've got to see Kankan with op in hand on this map, right? If he's going to be playing the Yoru, and he's going to be on defense, you want to see him absolutely dominating using the operator like he was on Sunset. That was such a big problem for Liquid. And their economy's not even been close to getting one in his hands.
No, barely been a good buy the entire time.
Smoggy's got a bit of money here.
Walkabouts again, just looking for any advantage you can. You're on the half by 8, you can take risks on a round like this, but already losing Kankan. The slow and steady gameplay of Team Liquid. Sailing them nicely to a potential third map.
Well, EDG are about to get some big ultimates online as well, so even if they do lose this round where their weapons are bad, they're going to have, you know, Waylay ult, Cosmic Divide for the retake alongside Kankan and Nobody can sync up the Yoru ult. So overall combos like this comp that EDG are running is fantastic for defensive ultimates and retake ultimates.
Yeah, it definitely is. Any pushback though and supplementary spam into the smokes ensures that Smoggy will not be able to be that danger player.
And it's definitely one of those rounds where you don't want to jump off the map. You do want to die in order to get your ult online. You're not that worried about feeding too many of the attacking players either. Paditech with an ult command. To be honest though, with what EDG have got working, I think Paddy wants to be saving this ult to stop retakes. So in an ideal world, Nats wants to be calling some kind of strat where they can get into the site just using refreshable utility knife recon, and then saving null command to stop, for example, Cosmic Divide, Dimensional Drift, these kind of plays. And EDG are going to take attack timeout here, which is a little surprising because I think that the game plan at this point should just be around the ult.
Sure.
I'm sure that EDG have set ult rounds that they want to run with this comp, and you don't know whether those are going to fail because, frankly, you haven't even tried them yet. Your ults haven't been online in the first 6 rounds.
And not just that, I mean, you really haven't been playing any gun rounds. I mean, you had the bonus, which you barely won, and then your economy took a tumble.
Yeah.
They haven't had a chance to really flex or play at all in this map so far. So timeout taken.
And it's, in some sense, nice to see Team Liquid bounce back. And also be able to pick up some attacking rounds, because that was something that they struggled with enormously in the game against DRX.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get onto the sites, to be honest with you. So seeing them go for that Camo Kiko double dive onto A, that looks like something, I mean, not necessarily new. We've seen teams do that before, but something that they weren't trying as much in the previous match. On the other hand, though, EDG, if you have a bit of a rough performance here on your own map pick, you do not want things to be going to 3 after you crushed on map 1. Anytime you start out a series 13-3 on your opponent's map pick, you've got to be able to close it out, I think.
Yeah.
You don't want to offer any opportunity for your opponents to get back into the game. And a reminder that that's the first map that VCT CN has even been able to get at Champs. And it was a 13-3 utterly dominant victory. Team Liquid hiding there over towards A main, trying to bait out a potential push. Hide from a dart that would be thrown from Nobody.
Attack side operator for Nats. Taking this one slowly. In his face, couldn't really push himself up onto the line like he was hoping for, but why not? Running again. Exact same exit. It's going to be it. Round 2. Oh my goodness!
What a shot.
Sharp as anything with that blade. Someone, Camo's not done yet. Listen to this guy. He's making moves and running around the site, making sure to have that quick cleanup. Nobody's in though, but again, can't withstand it. Too much pressure and heat coming in his way, and Camo just really seeing if he can do even more. 3-piece so far. One step further.
Paditech utilizing the null command as well, just to ensure that that round goes their way. But everybody on EDG trying to play on site to defend A, instead of trying to utilize their ultimates. Non-used apart from Smoggy's, which was just to provide some reinforcement. And now he's all the way over towards B.
Going hunting. One more. That's all he needs.
And the money has been a nightmare for EDG. No op, no savings. Smoggy hunted down.
Gonna be isolated here. Spotted out, there's your ace. Well, not the best clip in the world, but maybe we can cut it down.
Camo's going to get some confidence off the back of that. His entries were nice.
I mean,
this one is really good. Right before he goes for the updraft, Chichu Not expecting him to make the full wraparound, maybe expecting him to push Seeking instead. Gamma cleans up.
Let's go!
That round is a massive blow for EDG. They didn't even get a chance to use their ults.
No,
Economy's knocked again. Now round 9 is where you're going to be playing for the big ult retake rounds. The half has already run away from you.
No real chance for EDG to get back into this. Going for an aggro play as well. Up the gut, straight through mid. Nothing seen though. Not just yet, but Kiko, hold on, he's gone. That's a rifle gone, and the grade claimed. Kang knocks himself out, but the TP just unfortunate. Already being covered in terms of the cross out towards heaven. Deep dart. Benny trying to play inside that smoke. He's being rattled and shredded to pieces by the bullets. Nobody looking to help out. That rifle getting good value now. Picked all the way back up. Hold on, dropping the gun.
What's going on?
Camo.
What's going on with Camo's keyboard?
Yeah, Jenny is going to know exactly what's going on. At least there's going to be a player close hearing that. Signs of life. Cuts it up close quarters. Exactly where the Stinger thrives.
He has pulled all 4 players, the defenders, over towards B. But he's also hand-delivered them a rifle and left his team in a 2v4 on an anti-eco. First round here where Liquid look a little more dodgy.
Still, timing is going to be tight. It's a plant on the other side where the rest of EDG on the opposite side of the map. Abyss is a big one.
Team Liquid need to take aggressive fights and then fall back. So you're looking for Nats to take a peek, pick one off, and then go back into a more passive position.
There it is, Nats.
Goes for the repeat.
Claims it, goes for the repeat. That's a nade at your feet, though. And you're going to be feeling the heat dashes from Paddy to try and stop them. This guy with a rifle in hand, they're making it work. Might have been at that player disadvantage, but it matters not now because the time fully against them. Nobody swinging around looking for an easy target. Down to the bitter end in the final few moments. 7-1 now, that scoreline for Team Liquid.
And that really is a nightmare round. They're in a 4v2. They've managed to pick up some weaponry. That's theirs to win, EDG. And 2 players together. Paddy in particular. We don't need to see that again, do we? But Paddy in particular over here. It's not the cleanest kills in the world, but it gets the job done. Kenny and Chishu both fall. And Paddy keeps the win streak alive. Nats as well, 13-2, way better than his performance on Abyss against DRX, where he was languishing at the bottom of the scoreboard. Ult deep, up towards mid, Kiko clears it completely. EDG, no one home. And you expect them to be fighting more over mid on rounds like this because they're also so good for retake, but
clearing in the wrong direction.
So deep.
They think it's in a different area. The knives were out. They thought that was safe as anything. Nobody barely getting a handle onto it. Not thinking about it though, almost falling to that, potentially up onto that angle. Crosses it up once more. Nobody's eager to try and take this fight straight towards him. He's a menace, man. Steps up straight into the cage, into the pit. Smoggy dishes it straight back. Chichu, necessary one to win out. As the head of Camo taken clean off. A 2v3 now. This is EDG. And a chance, they cannot squander this. Chichu
takes a fight before using the ult.
Peeking out, here it is now. Convergent pass, going to be slowing down most of the approach here. The double dash forwards. Paddy had no chance, no choice but to run forwards with it. But EDG finally get that second round.
They need all the rest in the half. Maybe, I mean, it is an attack-sided map. Maybe they can get away with 3 or 4 if they win the pistol. But ideally, EDG with all of these ults still available to them, apart from the Waylay ult that they just expended, should be trying to get another couple at least on the board here. Good trade onto Nats in mid through that smoke. Paddy caught on a more aggressive angle. 3v3, and Team Liquid chose to fight pretty aggro there in the post bank. Camo almost looking like he wants to go for pushes to get the confidence flowing. He's ego checking a lot, but it's working for him on this map. He's 10-6. And this play, I've seen this, the nightmare of Team Heretics.
A heavy group up. You're going to be meeting it now with that paranoia forwards as well. Double dash in. You've seen a double TP, but this is a swift dismissal of anything. Hunter's Fury with a dart. It's deep. An attempt to see if they can even the scales, but EDG are still at that disadvantage. Kang answers back immediately.
Finally, with op in hand, he's allowed to wreak havoc. Trex took a flash from that nobody ultimate, so he's knocked down onto lower HP as well. Team Liquid have to scatter, no B control, no information even as to how many players are over towards there. They think Kang and nobody could be there, but of course Kang super mobile around the map playing Yoru. They're going to go back over towards A. They've been favoring this A finish most of the time, but Nats with a chance to pick up one in mid.
Spotted it. Nobody. Just drifting into the sight line. TP's going to be taken here from Kang. He wants to get active now over towards his A site. They know that this is roughly where it's going to be landing. Nats as well, constantly creeping around, trying to take these timings against them. Not stopped. 6 bullets left in the chamber, and he's already claimed it. It's a bullet to the temple. Camo clean up Chi-Chu. 2 to 8 now.
And Nats doing work in mid. This is more what you expect from the guy. We're talking about his form and how good he looks. Top 3 player in the world kind of potential. Well, that's an interesting play. They thought that everyone would be caught by that. They'd have an opportunity to TP Smoggy up. He gets hit. See how hyped up Team Liquid are, because they've experienced the doldrums on Sunset. They're having a roller coaster of a game here. I mean, being an EDG fan is already enough of a roller coaster. Yinsu was alluding towards it. Normally, your heart's in your mouth when you watch this team, but this might be a case of it being spread out a bit more throughout the match. The ups and the downs.
Topsy-turvy. Great shots in the fight taken already. That cloudburst as well. That exchange of that util. Camo's looking to get involved, but that stun connects, and it's a point-and-click adventure game for Gianni. He can find the traces, and he does claim the life of Camo. Kiko evens it out up towards Heaven.
Yeah, a bit of a spam kill over there towards Nobody, who's been liking to play from that more aggressive angle. They can hear Kang getting into a spot, and Nats gets one.
It's barely the top of his head. Everything's being covered here by Team Liquid. That flash is perfect on top of it. It's all being set up for success. Nats!
He's dominating.
He's unleashed.
Well, it was Kang in map 1, wasn't it? And now Nats has woken up. First map where you're really seeing him flex his muscles. 19-3 across 11 rounds. Now I can't. Was Kang 18-4 to end the first half? He certainly was 18-4 at some point. I wasn't sure whether that was his finishing score.
Wow.
Pretty ridiculous. He ended 21-5, sorry.
Okay.
So Nats still has a bit of a way to go. Needs another 2 kills if he wants to match Kang's success on Sunset.
Might get his chance.
Revealing area.
Last round of the first half. Double dash forwards again by Gianni, and looking for that one with a follow-up. Oh my! Mows them down, Phantom in hand.
6-set play.
Done. Deep with a hint, and that TP as well going to be cancelled out. Kiko managed, dealt with Chichigo and Walkabout as well. This could give up opportunities and openings potentially. Goes down to his idol.
There's the 20th.
And could be more danger. Lying in wait.
And
Yes!
there's the 21st on an open B site.
Nats is not stopping now. Deep push out by EDG, looking to get control back into this round. Every single one counts for them, EDG. We know how poor the defensive half is on Abyss.
Well, Nats would have to pull out an even better performance than Kang did if he wants to get a 10-2 half here. Even 9-3 though, an incredible recovery for Liquid. But a win here, still possible in the hands of Liquid's leader.
The captain is looking composed as anything. Cold with it. ISO the fight, but a quick trade nevertheless. Nobody makes his mark in the final round of this first half, and it will be that full-on defuse. 3 rounds. Is it enough being the question here for EDG? We already know this is their least favored side of Abyss, and the attack side they can really get going. We'll find out. It's the Team Liquid that is raring to go.
Yeah, EDG, they desperately need a pistol here as we head into round 13, but this set play was lovely. Very similar to what we've seen come now from MIBR, for example, on Corrode. 3 picked off instantly. They didn't find the value that they wanted out of the big ult rounds, I think, on their defense.
What's it?
Big difference between map 1 and map 2 here.
Massive difference, and the vibes are fully up here for Team Liquid. Needed to see that turnaround, but for now we're going to send it down to the floor to see an interview of a very special guest.
Et EDG ont leur lot de fans dans le monde et Paris ne fait pas exception. Hi Claire, welcome to Paris. First of all, it's a pleasure to have you with us. My first question is going to be on your super fan journey. How did it start? Like, what made you love EDG at the start?
Well, thanks for your question. And actually, I'm already like 3 years of fan EDG. Like from Tokyo, I saw the Hong Kong Supper and Istanbul, and finally they won the champion last year in Seoul. And now I'm come to Paris to support them.
Yes, very dedicated fan indeed. Donc c'est quoi un petit peu ce qui t'a fait aimer EDG? Comment est-ce que ton aventure de fan a commencé? Bah tout simplement, ça fait 3 ans, j'ai découvert EDG au Champions Tokyo avec cette fameuse célébration de Keng Keng avec son opérateur, et depuis je n'ai pas arrêté de les soutenir. And you know, sometimes as a fan you can have tough times, you know, when your team is losing and stuff. So do you have any advice for fans to keep rooting for their team even in tough times?
Well, I think it's not the first time they put in this tough period. Like last year, they still have this tough time, but they proved them. They win the champion, so I hope all the fans will support them as usual and just believe them and let them enjoy the game.
Yeah, they won and they can win again indeed. I agree with you on that. Comment est-ce qu'on fait pour continuer de soutenir sa team même dans les moments difficiles? Bah regardez, l'année dernière, ils ont eu des galères et pourtant ils ont gagné les Champions. Donc il ne faut jamais abandonner. And I'm not gonna ask you to betray your team here, Claire, but if you had to pick one player from Team Liquid who you think is the strongest, who would it be?
Well, I think Nas is not betrayed. Come on, Choo will choose Nas as well. So let's enjoy this team between them. I believe both of them.
We love that battle between Chichu and Nats indeed. Et si tu devais choisir quand même, sans trahir ton équipe, un joueur que tu trouves très fort chez Team Liquid, ça serait évidemment Nats, et Chichu l'adore également. Thank you very much for joining me, Claire. And we're gonna see if EDG can manage to come back on Abyss. Thank you.
Listen, I'm not too ready to count out EDG just yet. 3 rounds at the half, but we've seen how good their attack side is on Abyss. For Team Liquid, though, much better signs of life. You know, things we were looking for. I mean, that's at the tippity top of the scoreboard. He's 22-4 currently.
Yeah, it's outrageous. I mean, it's pretty much the same damage that Kankan was putting up in the first half of Sunset. He even gets a better stat line somehow, 22-4 instead of 21-5. Ludicrous what he's been able to do. And on the flip side of that, if you were looking at the Coinbase Econ report before we went into Nats and taking a look at Kong, right down towards the bottom, trying to get the operator into his hands, not finding any value with it, not really using his ultimate as well the whole half, and 4-12 on the scoreboard. So maybe not as practiced with this comp, maybe not having the same level of ideas, or maybe just EDG not being as comfortable on defense side Abyss, because that was the side, of course, where we saw them slip to NRG as well.
Preemptive here with a spam. Just a couple of stray shots. Nats is sitting nice and pretty up towards heaven.
Yeah, I mean, EDG getting the entirety of mid control. Nats just expecting, listening for it. An A split through the vents. And triple stacking over towards B. But they've given Kong a ton of room over here.
A lot of space.
There's Cam for contact. Trip broken.
Camo is going to be close here. Trying to cut up the angles nice and tight, try and take a fight potentially that might come his way, but that smoke is going to be dissipating. Time is being bought potentially here. Kang, yep, lying in wait, and there it is. Strikes right at the right time. You can hear it off of those footsteps, and now quick TP and a pivot. Different directions going to be called for.
Oh, good call though, good re-clear from Camo and Nats. Telling Trex and Paddy to stay on B.
30 seconds
Otherwise, they could have bought that fake entirely.
He's going to put the pressure on Trex. He's already been spotted out here in full towards that back of the site, and he's looking to see if he can step up anyways. Right out into the open. Shots are fired. Still, he's blinded up, and the kills are being claimed all over the place. The stragglers here from Team Liquid just giving up the defensive positions. It's all just down to Camo and Nats.
They're aware of the flank as well.
Flank is low. Go down just to the one bullet, but to the dome, a bit overkill. Still gets the job done. Camo drifting in and out, making a lot of noise in the process. Chichu's got a pretty good idea of where he is currently, and Camo dropped down. Shouldn't be favored there at all, but wins the fight out anyway, and suddenly they have an in, and they have more. Nats spotting out, cleaning up. It's down to Camo in that 1v1. Him versus Smoggy. Comes down to those details. Smoggy will seal it up.
Health advantage, frenzy in hand. Smoggy looking calm. But that pistol was all EDG and nearly fumbled. This was a desperate one. They had to win it. And the deep insert of Kong. He was given a ton of space and a lot of room to work with. Caught Kiko.
Last
was able to come out on top. An attack snowball is super possible with EDG's composition. The ults should be good. EDG probably have a lot of ideas for how they want to run this as well on their attack side. But Liquid, the best rounds I saw them play against DRX when Liquid was on defense was just pushing. Full 5-person, 4-person pushes around the map.
And they're again out wide into the open. These players have been ripped to pieces. Camo and Nat's the top performers for Liquid.
I think this is one of the rounds where you want to toss yourself off the map, because you do not want to start feeding the ult cycle of EDG. They stack a couple of players, see if they could get something cheeky going on the B site, and then deny any of that ult progress.
Gets us into round 15 nice and quick.
Yeah, very quickly. And no ult more than halfway online. Kang picks up the operator.
That's interesting.
Yeah, attack side op on the bonus. He's the only person to go and force. It's a risk. They're down 5-9. Maybe they feel like they need to take one. He is amazing with the attack side op.
Liquid looking for that flash play, pops through, and there it is, looking for the time to strike from Camo. Spots multitude of players, no dash actually procced. Could go for a second go of things here, but a spam, and there it is. It's a knife, not even a flash to set him up. Doesn't matter. Takes a fight anyways. Here's nobody picking up that orb. Posted back up, but Kang will have to respect that one way.
No, but he's going to be a bit mad about that. The whole point was that he was supposed to be covered by a couple of players. And Kang was hoping for the push. Just, first of all, took a flash to the face, had to stop peeking. And wasn't really set up to punish Camo. And now isn't really going to be offered the nicest angles here. Oh, missed.
Drone broken. Doesn't spot out Kang, and that's the big reveal. This operator into his hands. Finally, they know it. Flash forwards, bit of a south line, but all good. To see if they can pop their way back in here, but Adana's going to be slowing them down. It is incredibly slow and steady. Just with that operator dashing forwards as well. Trex is feeling that heat now, and it's been turned up all the way. Tech, we're going to be rejoining him, seeing if he can put a stop to most of this one, but it's disjointed by EDG. Going to be pulled apart at the seams. A real chance for him here with a spike drop down into the open. Trex has got his watchful eye onto it. From that perch, Kang, the last one left. Not too much to do in a spot like this. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He's going to be finished. 10-5 now for Team Liquid.
The smoke on site thrown by Kiko is perfect for Paddy to play around. And EDG's game plan is to have one person peek from up top and one person to swing around. But I think probably the teams they're playing against don't run this on-site smoke, because you can see that Chishu and Gianni are not actually facing together. Chishu peeks first and Gianni's inside the smoke and then has to run through. Paddy Tech's popping off. Ult's still quite a long way from getting online, and because Kang went for the operator, now only with a stinger in hand.
Start is broken. That is nasty shooting.
Whoa,
tracking Chichu straight through.
Gun here.
Nothing wasted though. The gun's still going to be picked up.
Right here.
Instant proactivity by Team Liquid as a deep drone down mid. Make sure the players are posted up. Camo itching for a fight.
And he's been a lot better here on Abyss playing Jet compared to his Euro gameplay on Sunset. Got his feet underneath him.
It is time to strike is nigh. Smoke into your face. Paddy's up towards the back of the site. It's just him and Trex. Supplementary spam from that angle. Trex really couldn't see a thing, but then they underhanded with the flash. Blind as anything, they combine it up with the dart. Good util combos. Leaves it just down to Kang. Ready to be unleashed once more. But it would have to be an ace for him. Turn this one around entirely. Spotted out by Trex. Oof, even gifted a chance at that 1v1. Just in that fight taken, Trex will offer himself up to it.
A lot more of the raw duels going the way of Liquid as well in this map compared to Sunset. At the start of Sunset, EDG looked like they could do no wrong. Whereas here, I mean, look at how nice this one is from Camo. And then Trex has been super sharp, finishing off Kang at the end. That flash recon play as well, a really nice protocol. And now you've got a bit of a weird round where EDG finally have a big attack ultimate to be able to work with. It's Kang, but he's got a Bucky and everybody else has terrible weaponry to work with. But, I mean, it could be the last chance.
Yeah. Could be. It's hard even getting a bit of a reveal.
I they're not even forcing this round. I mean, if your game plan is to go in with Yoru ult, why not force? Play for the game.
Just to clear this one out. Going to be seeing most of this now with a double dash up through into heaven. Rex hindered. Oh, you don't want to be jumping there, but okay, Gianni eventually going to be picking up that fight. Gun picked up. That's his forwards though. Eager to take that fight again, and he does draw blood up towards heaven, making sure to dominate that angle, make it a little bit easier for Team Liquid to play this retake now.
Kong playing with a Bucky inside the smoke, has to get it refreshed, and Smoggy does.
Offside here. This is post-line being played with the pull and a Hunter's Fury. Kong, don't know what goes wrong there, but again, just fires a little bit too early. Camo clearing most of the way. Drafting the dash as well, back to safety now. Time being played. But the pressure is mounting, being applied on every single side here. Look at this Camo, and that's drifting in through main. Kiko with the defuse already just being stopped in his marks and his tracks with the Hunter's Fury. It's good damage done, but where's the next layer of this one?
There's
to
no
pull
time.
out wide. No one's forward to try and take this fight. But again, it comes down to that finer detail and sharpshooting at Chichu to put a cap onto the round.
Chishu can't quite recover a better weapon in the end, so only going to be able to keep a Spectre going. But it was EDG picking up a round desperately needed. I like the retake protocols as well here, but this comp that EDG are running just has so much good post-plan.
Yeah.
You have to pull, you have to ult. It should be a fantastic comp for EDG to win, but maybe because they were running two different Abyss compositions, they've split their time with it a little. They've got a chance, though, at getting some level of a snowball going. 4 rifles coming into this round alongside Chishu's Spectre.
Cutting through.
And if Chishu can pick up this orb, as he's doing, very easy to get a Cosmic Divide play going, especially on A. A is usually where we see these Astral ult plays go.
Central plan up towards bridge if they want to go for it. That's trips that are going to be cleaned up. Sharknart's finding it. Cam up towards the top. Stars at your feet. You will have to respect that. A bit of a move on. It's a deep push out. That's making the call for this one over towards A already. Time is of the essence. Team Liquid are way ahead of the curve on this one. It's up to EDG. See if they can get this plan down. It's a bridge. There's no disruption, but it's going to be a fast take happening. 2 players off onto the flank already.
Deploying drone.
And this is a potential weakness of the comp. Chishu's gone back to cover it. But he has no good weapon.
Timing. It's brutal. He's not the Spectre, but he wants in close quarters anyway with that Sheriff in hand. Just tucks himself deep into it. Has to recognize that it could be a possibility. And yes, Kiko finds a kill. All eyes now to be watching onto this one because it is being applied, and Smoggy's the only one to really dish it straight back at you. Nobody now feeling it from every single angle. This retake is just impeccable. Team Liquid, so much discipline. And a completely different team compared to that first map that we saw. This is the Team Liquid that we expected.
The Team Liquid that we haven't seen yet at Champs until this map of Abyss. The round could look very different if Chishu had a weapon. If Chishu had some kind of rifle there and felt confident to actually take the duels on the flank, you really could have seen the flank retake crumble. But everything worked out there for Liquid. And now EDG are going to take attack timeout. The second one on the map. The last one they'll have until this, if this, goes to OT. And Gianni hasn't really been able to get the value to get up to his ultimate early. And I think that's one of the other big tools that they're probably banking on using. You could get a really nice B exec going. Or even like an ult and then a double dash into A Heaven, for example. We've seen that Waylay can be a very nice pick on this map. But the ultimate is a key part of that. And it hasn't really been present. Stress here.
Pressure on the shoulders of EDG.
And the economy taking a tumble as well, because they just won a round, lost one, lost bonus reset, lost all of your rifles. So it's going to be an extremely difficult 6 rounds in a row that EDG would have to put together in order to get this one to overtime.
That's just sitting near the top. Look at this guy, 27-7. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, funnily enough, his actual stats for this half, not that remarkable, I suppose. But on the attack side, he was a monster. And I've actually been really impressed with Camo as well, because I think the recovery from him and his willingness to take fights has been pretty excellent. Moggy coming in here with the Vukashu buy, the Vandal with no armor.
Sending it.
It's like he's here with us.
Some level of it. See what he can get done with that weapon again, but this is everything invested. EDG will have to drag it back one round at a time.
And notice how slow EDG are playing at the start of these rounds. They're expecting pushes from Team Liquid, because that's what they did every defense round they won against DRX. Big 4-person pushes, pushing out B, pushing out A.
Deep drone, hold on, there's a player that could punish. Trex is here, forwards again. And there it is, he spots it out. Hello, nobody was on the phone. To who? Not too sure, but again, no coverage in sight. You're not really going to be anticipating that one here, but Trex is even getting all this extra information.
That's a sick protocol from Team Liquid. The paranoia there is to stop anybody who's helping or scaling off the drone. And then you know that you've got a free kill on nobody because he's channeling the ability. Really like that punish play.
High-low as well to disrupt this one that's coming their way. EDG grouping up for the A pot.
It's quite committed when your team is in a 5v4 with Sova ultimate.
30 seconds left.
To put a stop to this one though, we'll see how good EDG are trying to take this fight again. That dash is immediately stunted in your place. And Kage's off the map, man! For the finish like that is a 13-6. Flawless stuff.